Remember how great the Xbox 360 was? I'm feeling in a very nostalgic mood. Obviously, the closure of the store coming at us at warp speed is something that I am worried about, so I wanted to do a cool, fun video about some Xbox 360 games. If you're a collector, you want to buy these games right now before they get too expensive. Some of them are going up in price already, but this should be a nice little list that I put together for everybody. So let's go ahead and get started. Transformers, the fall of Cybertron. Now, if you're a fan of Transformers like I am, if you grew up in the 80s, if you love the Generation 1 Transformers, then you'll definitely want to give this game a try. It's one of the best games you can play. It still looks great. It looks and plays fantastic. I think, obviously, having the voice actor for Optimus Prime, Peter Cullen, actually do the voice acting here is a shot of nostalgia. To me, this Transformers game and the other Transformers game made by Moon Studio on the 360 are what Arkham Asylum and Arkham City were to fans of the cartoon of Batman, right? So if you were a fan of those Batman cartoon in the 90s, you loved those games. They really paid homage to it. The same thing with this. If you were a fan of Transformers in the 80s, then you'll love this. I think they really did a good job with this. The game still looks fantastic. Obviously, they're going up in price. They're already kind of pricey if you come across them, but I have a feeling that once the store closes and we've been seeing the prices kind of rise here and there, I think we are very much in a situation where the prices are going to continue to go up. If you come across these Transformers games, pick them up. So much fun. Great time to be had for all. Blur is a game that I think not a lot of people know about, but was such a fun experience on the Xbox 360. Now, if you're like me and you love racing games, maybe you like arcade games, maybe you like more simulation racers, but at the end of the day, I feel like they did it best on Blur. Yeah, I'm a Forza fanatic. I love Forza Horizon. I also love the Forza Motorsport series, but Blur blends the arcade with the track racer in such a way that it's really unmatched. Because imagine playing Forza Motorsport but with power-ups that are in Mario Kart. Mind blown, am I right? Yeah, that's how good this game is, and it terribly underperformed when it came out, but I think it's kind of garnered a cult following right now, and if you do come across this game, the prices are going up, 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 so you want to pick this up before it gets too late, before it gets too expensive, because Xbox 360 prices are rising fast, and you want to make sure that you get your hands on this stuff because these games are going to be hard to come by. Obviously, they're out of print. You can't buy them digitally. The store is closing down completely. It's not backwards compatible. Trust me when I say this. Give this game a try. Play it. It's a blast. You won't regret it. Peter Jackson's King Kong. This is one that gets overlooked quite often, but I was surprised to find that the physical copy of this game is quite expensive to come by already, maybe matching the price of a current generation game, $60-$70, which again, if you're looking back and kind of looking at Xbox 360 games, that's a little bit pricey. I have a feeling that this game is going to go up. It's going to continue to go up. I feel like, obviously because this game is sort of actually one of the better King Kong games that you can find. I know that they came out with a recent one that's really bad, but hey, this game blew me away when it came out. I believe this was a launch title on the Xbox 360, and I remember just being blown away by the rocks and being able to see the bumps and the creases and things like that. Obviously, it doesn't look great by today's standard, but still a fun game to go through. It's not incredibly long, so it doesn't stick around too long, and it's got easy achievements. You can easily get 1,000 out of 1,000 on this game if you come across it. Like I said, game's going up in price. You want to get it before it's too late, and I 100% recommend it. Give it a chance. Give it a try. Let me know what you think. Deadpool is a game that obviously people are going to kind of want to play for the fun of Deadpool. It's seen a little bit of a resurgence thanks to the amazingly funny Deadpool movies, and there's another one coming up. But believe it or not, this game got a remaster on the Xbox One and PS4, and those games went out of print. This game on the Xbox 360, it's also out of print. You can't get it digitally. I've seen prices kind of go up all over the place. It is a load of fun. There's a lot of humor to it. There's a lot of fun to it. It doesn't take itself too seriously. The jokes are there. The humor, like I said, is Deadpool. And if you ever wondered what it was like to play a Deadpool game and play as Deadpool, then you want to definitely give this one a try. Like I said, he's self-aware, breaks the fourth wall. The jokes are absolutely hilarious. And, you know, at the end of the day, they nailed it with this game. The team that made Deadpool is Moon Studios. They also did the Transformers Fall of Cybertron game on this list. Great stuff. If you can find this game, pick it up. I highly recommend it. You won't regret it. Wet. W-E-T. That's right. This is a game that has gone up significantly in price and will continue to do so. Now, there is always the chance that Microsoft will go and make this game backwards compatible and reintroduce it into the actual digital library. If they do that, then maybe prices will fall, but I'm not sure they'll be able to do that. There's a lot of music in this game. If you didn't know what it is, third-person action video game, actually published by Bethesda, who, you know, Microsoft owns. So I believe they own this IP, but it's a game that didn't sell incredibly well. But if you look back, and I was playing through this game for the first time, mind you, this is the first time I've ever played this game. I picked it up recently, I got a good deal on it, and I was like, I'm going to include it in this video. It's got this kind of Kill Bill vibe to it. Elijah Dushku, she was in a lot of movies. She was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. She's the main character, using a blade, different weapons, action adventure. It's kind of arcadey, over the top. You know, it's just a lot of fun, and you don't see stuff like that. This is the epitome of why Xbox 360 was the best era of video games. I absolutely love this game and think that it is kind of one of a kind, and think absolutely everybody should give it a try if you come across it. If you happen to come across it, pick it up if you can get it for a good deal, because like I said, it is a game that is going to continue to go up in price. Alice Madness Returns. That's right, Crazy Alice is back in Madness Returns. One fantastic game that I think, you know, most people probably don't know much about, but it is a game that is rising rapidly in cost on the Xbox 360, so if you do come across it, go ahead and pick it up. If you didn't know, this is a sequel to Alice, and it is sort of a twisted version of Wonderland, just with a lot of interesting stuff going on with the game. The aesthetic is fire. This game is actually backwards compatible, but even with that being the case, it's still a rather expensive physical game if you happen to come by it. Like I said, the gameplay is really fun. The voice acting is well done. It's not an incredibly long game, so I actually like that about a lot of the Xbox 360 games, is that the games don't stick around past where they should. And that is awesome to me personally. So I think a lot of people will like this game. Third-person shooter Alice. Sign me up. It's a great thing. Great time to be, you know, a collector of these kind of things. And like I said, games are going up in price. Pick it up if you come across it.
I'll just have a cup of coffee.
Beer it is.
No, I said coffee.
Beer.
Coffee.
B-ear.
C-O.
The Simpsons Game. You knew it was only a matter of time before I got the Simpsons' reference into my video. That's what I do, Simpsons and video games. It is quite a life. But I have to say, this Simpsons video game is very expensive to come by as it stands, and it is rising in price. I believe it's rose in price at least $10 over the last 6 months or so. So last time I saw it, this game was going for $60 to $80, somewhere in that range. And if you're a Simpsons fan, the game's not bad. I don't know why people give it kind of a bad rap. It is one of the better Simpsons games. It has a lot of in-jokes, a lot of cool things that you will know of if you're a fan of the series, especially the first like 10, 12 seasons, which, you know, obviously a lot of people consider to be the best seasons, myself included, although I still think they're funny. It's just hard to kind of top yourself after so many years of being on top. But yeah, this game is absolutely incredible. You get to play as the different Simpsons characters. There's different levels, in-jokes, the writing from the actual Simpsons teams, the voice acting from the actual Simpsons voice actors themselves. Just an incredible thing to behold. And like I said, game is going up in price significantly, so pick it up if you come across it. The Incredible Hulk. Yes, that's right, the big green monster. No, not the one in Fenway. We're talking about the one that goes roar, Rawr. So anyway, The Incredible Hulk, this game is a sort of sequel to an even better game that was an original Xbox game where you could like destroy everything. Like the destruction was incredible. This game does have some limited destruction as well, but I really like the fact that you play as the Incredible Hulk and he's just going around kind of kicking ass and taking names, just as you would kind of expect him to do. We don't get games like this anymore. I know it seems silly, but honestly, back on the 360, believe it or not, we got an Incredible Hulk game. We got X-Men Legends games. We got Marvel Ultimate Alliance games. We got a Captain America game, a Thor game. We got all kinds of games. This one is pretty good, and I definitely highly recommend it if you can come across it. One of the more expensive games that you can find, and the prices are going up on this one right now. Trust me, I'm a collector. I buy these things. I know the prices. I check the prices pretty much frequently, and this is a game that is going up in price over the past 6 months. It looks like it's going to continue to do so, so give it a try. Not only that, it's just a fun game to play, so you might enjoy it. Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. That's right, a offshoot of the Metal Gear Solid series, playing as Ryden. This game is absolutely going up in price. I've seen it kind of go up in price over the last year or so. They've become a little bit harder to come by, and this one is just more of a hunch on my part. I know you're gonna go, if you go look at the prices, you're gonna see the game and go, oh, it doesn't look like it's going up too much in price. Trust me, I've seen this game. It used to be about a $12, $15 game. I've seen it shoot up to $20, $25 or so, and I have a feeling that it's going to continue to kind of go up in price. The game is absolutely a lot of fun. Think of it as a sort of Bayonetta-esque game, and you know what? It's really just a lot of fun game to kind of, once you start it, you won't want to put it down. It's got a lot of action to it, sort of like Wet, but maybe a little bit more of a non-arcade type of game, if that makes sense. And like I said, in the Metal Gear universe, it kind of fits in with all of that. So to me, I think if you're a fan of the Metal Gear series, give it a try. Certainly it's a different type of game than the stealth games that Metal Gear is actually based on, but why not give it a try? And if you do come across it, hey, pick it up, because like I said, I've seen the prices start to creep up a little bit, and with the stores closing and a lot more attention being drawn to Xbox 360 games, it's only a matter of time. Lastly, Amazing Spider-Man 2. That's right, Sony didn't always have Spider-Man games on lock, and there were actually some pretty decent ones on the Xbox 360. Now, I don't have all of the Spider-Man games, but I do think Amazing Spider-Man 2 is a pretty good Spider-Man game, a good representation of what they had to offer. Clearly, there's like Shattered Dimensions and Edge of Time, whatever, and those games are very expensive. Anyway, you come across a Spider-Man game on Xbox 360 and it's reasonable to get, I highly suggest picking it up, because the games continue to go up in price. And this one's actually pretty fun, and has a lot of cool stuff. If you're a fan of like the newer Spider-Man games that Insomniac does, these don't play as good as those, clearly, but it's got a pretty decent story, easy to control, pretty fun, great looking graphics in my opinion, especially for Xbox 360. So go ahead and give it a try. Why not? They did a good job with it, and I feel like people really have like a reason to play a Spider-Man game on a 360, and that's what this is all about. So go ahead and give it a try. Let me know what you think. If you come across it, pick it up for sure, because this game's going for around, I guess, $30-$40, somewhere in between there. So well worth it in my opinion. Obviously, I could do these lists non-stop and still not cover all the games that are going to go up in price, or all the great games that you should be on the lookout for if you're into Xbox 360 game collecting. But if you do enjoy my content and want to see more of it, please like my video. It helps it to be seen, and subscribe, tell your friends, all that kind of good stuff. I'm trying to do as much content as I can. It takes time to put these out though, so I'm always looking for ideas. If you guys have ideas that you would like me to do, please do so as well. And remember, we're rapidly approaching the time where the store on the 360 is going to close. A lot of digital content is going to be lost forever. Of course, not everything is backwards compatible, so keep that in mind as well. But if you are into collecting, awesome. I love to see that. Let me know the type of games that you like to collect, maybe the types of consoles that you would like to see videos for. I've been on an Xbox 360 kick lately, so maybe that's something that you're into as well. Let me know. I will catch you guys later. Have a great day. Peace.